it's time to dish with D. That's me. Today, do you ever have something in your pantry that's been in there for a while and you hate to throw it away because you're like me and you hate to waste it because you did pay for it, you did want it, and just somehow you just haven't used it? I'm famous for that. But very little waste because I will reinvent it. As you've seen here on my channel before, we take things and we make interesting things with them. But today we have some Kodiak Cakes pumpkin flax. This actually was gifted to me by somebody cleaning out their pantry. I wonder if you can guess who that was. The person who guesses it gets my undivided attention. So we're going to use this up. We're going to make protein cookies and we're going to make breakfast because I'm going to have some muffins this morning. So I thought I'd take you along in how we use up some unwanted mix. Maybe it wasn't your favorite flavor. Maybe you just forgot you had it. Now, if you saw my banana chocolate protein cookies a few weeks back, I am now obsessed with those. Now I have to go out and buy the mix. I wasn't fond of it as pancakes I'm not a huge banana lover. Honestly, yet you see I use a lot of banana in all my recipes. But the banana to me is not forward in those. As you'll see, there's a banana in this one. But when the banana is forward because the flavor is banana, wasn't quite the fan. But we're gonna make, I think, carrot protein cookies today. I'm winging this as per always because I'm not sure of the amounts. So I always say, do not go by what I say. Go by my recipe blog, dishwithd.blogspot.com. It's in the description box below. In order for you to find it, because it's a blog, it's not really a website, you go down to the bottom, there's a search bar, type the name of the recipe in there, and it'll take you right to it. So it's just easier that way, because it's in chronological order. That's basically how it is. And maybe I'm thinking about upgrade, we'll see. Honestly, I'm technically challenged. I really don't have time for a lot of hoopla, so that's why I just bring you bare bone stuff. So I hope you appreciate it, and let's get started making these cookies, and then we're going to make our breakfast because we're going to have muffins too. Different batter though, not the same batter. Let's go. In our bowl we have 1 mashed banana. To that we're going to add all of our wet ingredients. I didn't want to crack, did it? 1 egg. Let's get him incorporated with the banana. Now I need to get clear bowls. You guys can see inside. To that, we're going to add 1 container of baby food, carrots. Now you can absolutely get your own, steam them, mash them. I will let you know how much we're going to measure these. I was at the store and I saw them, so I normally would have just mashed my own, but since I was there, I took 8 shortcuts. All right, let's grab mine. It's a half cup. It's probably about, yeah, it's about a half cup of mashed carrot. Put the rest of that in. Now, if you wanted more texture, you absolutely could put some shredded carrot. I would definitely cook them because they won't cook in the cookies. They'll be a little bit hard. Who wants a hard carrot in their protein cookies? I don't. My oven is already preheated. I heard it. Let's mix that all up. So we have our banana, our egg, and our mashed carrot. Okay. To that, I'm going to add a glug of, I use imitation vanilla in everything pretty much because it's just easier to point. And quite honestly, I'm too cheap to buy the red stuff. I do have a bottle of the good stuff, but I don't use it for special occasions. All right, I'm going to put in some monk fruit, only because these are cookies, and I think I just make them a little bit sweeter. But you will get sweetness from the banana, sweetness from the carrot. Put that up there. So we're just going to do 2 tablespoons, nothing tragic. I'm using the Sucre Gold brown sugar. You could use whatever you have. You could use even regular sugar substitutes, doesn't have to be the brown. I just thought, you know, carrot, molassesy. Okay. So now we're just gonna throw our dry ingredients in here. You can always also mix them. It's up to you how you do your cookie batter, but I'm just gonna do a quick here and there. So we're gonna put some teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon and a half of baking powder, again, you put whatever you want in. I'm going to do some salt, like a half a teaspoon, because there's some salt probably in the mix, so we don't want them too salty. That all incorporated. I should use my spatula now. Bit of the fork. It's early here. It is like 8:15. I got up early with the dog, so I thought I'd make you guys some cookies, make myself some muffins. So if I'm not awake, you'll have to forgive me, because I'm totally not. Let's see what I forget. Banana, egg, carrots. Oh, duh. We need to put the dry ingredients in. We got our Kodiak pumpkin flax. Now you can make these pumpkin cookies as well. You don't have to make them carrot. I just thought, again, just trying to reinvent the wheel, reinvent the mix. So it's going to be a cup of this Kodiak in the pot goes with a serving of devotional protein powder. Now again, if you don't have this, you could leave it out. Just make sure that you have enough consistency for cookies. Like, these aren't muffins, these are cookies. So we need this batter to be cookie consistency. So you might have to add more mix, or you could add, sugar-free pudding mix. If you have any other kind of smoothie mix, like a Weight Watchers brand, you absolutely could use that. But you need it to be like a nice stiff. See how this is stiff? That's what you want. You want cookie dough. As I like to call it, cookie dough consistency. You don't want a muffin, you want a cookie dough. So you want a little bit stiffer. Now, mind you might not be able to taste that carrot in there, but hey, you know what's in there and you know what's good for you. So that's how I look at it, honestly. And we're going to top these with some Lily's chips when we put them on our tray. All right, that's good. I'm going to get my baking sheet, which I want to have with either parchment paper or probably my baking liner, spray with nonstick spray. Yeah, I'm not awake yet. All right, we have our pan. I always spray it. It's just a pet peeve I have. You don't have to. This is silicone, but you do what you do and I'll do what I do, and that's how we work. I'm hoping to get 13 to 15 cookies from this. So I use a scoop to those even as they can. They're never going to be perfect. Let's face it. Who wants to be perfect in life? I don't know, not me. Perfection is totally overrated in my mind. So we're just going to drop them. They smell like spice cookies, which is fine. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to come. Like I said, if you want to amp up the carrot, you could put some shredded carrot. You could put some nuts. You could put some raisins. Anything you would think would go in a good carrot. Pineapple would go really good. Maybe next time. Pineapple won't cost me any points. There you go. See how things evolve when you sit there and just let it happen? It just does. And I'm hoping, and if my calculations are correct, they usually are. These wind up being 1 point a cookie, which is really a great little snack. They're just good. They're high in protein. And it tastes like a stinking cookie. Reality is it's pancake mix. I'm not gonna lie, it's pancake mix. But you know what? In my mind, it's a cookie, and that's how I roll. Let's see if we can get a couple more in here. So I'm gonna get 13 out of this. 13. So we can grab. See, when you scrape the bowl, you're gonna get an extra cookie. Because I'm not throwing this away. And they may run into each other when they bake, and it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14 cookies. All right, they're gonna bake for about 12 minutes at 350 degrees. Oh, we didn't talk about our Lily's chips, Dee. Oh, that's how my life goes around here. Not awake yet. All right, we're just gonna put about 3 on each, because again, I'm not eating all these at once, so I'm not having to count them. Heck, I would put 12 on each one. But you never know, I might have 2. For these points, yeah. So you put like 2 to 3 chips on each cookie. This way they're evenly, you can put them in the batter, of course. But you know me, I like to have equal amounts of chips in every cookie. Plus I don't have to put it in the recipe builder that way. Oh. Yeah, but at least 3 chips on each one. It looks about right, yes. All right, I'm gonna put these in the oven, bake them for 12 minutes. We're gonna come back, we're gonna see what they look like, and we're gonna make some muffins because we need to use up this mix. While those cookies bake, let's get started on my breakfast. In my bowl, I have 1/3 cup of the Kodiak Cakes pumpkin flax. Now, the serving size is a 1/2 cup. Honestly, I feel like I've invented this because it seems like everybody does this now. But a third, when you scroll down to 1/3 cup, it lowers the points. And let me tell you something, it's just as, to me, it's plenty. So I have 1/3 cup, and I'm going to add equal amounts of, again, I think I invented this too, because the directions say water, but I use cashew milk, almond milk, unsweetened, whatever you have on hand. Doesn't count, because it's 0. And on blue and purple, eggs are 0, but if you're on green, use 3 tablespoons of egg whites, because why count it if you don't have to? Again, I feel like I was the first one. I've been doing this for years, and all of a sudden, I see everybody do it. So I kind of feel like I started a trend. The dish with D, how do we amp up our pancake mix without having to add any points? This is exactly how you do it. You amped up the calories, and you've amped up the protein. The protein in the egg, and there's protein in that milk. So again, use milk. You use regular milk, use regular milk. Whatever milk you choose, that's what you use. I'll just get that mixed. And I'm going to put a little bit of just a dash of cinnamon, just to amp up the cinnamon. Because cinnamon is always good. And I might do add a little bit more baking powder. I don't know. Always have, so it's just not going to hurt. A teaspoon's not going to hurt anybody. At least not that I know of. A little splash of vanilla. Again, imitation. Doesn't hurt. You know, if you can put as much 0-point ingredients in these as you want, you're totally winning. Now, I also have lately been doing a little tablespoon of non-fat Greek yogurt. Amps up the protein, amps up, this is the, what I'm looking for, it's just, makes it more satiating, more filling, more denser, because this is your breakfast. You want it to be filling. So we get that in there. Now, I've added no points but the pancake mix. Everything else is 0. But we've amped up the calories, we've amped up the protein. So this will last you all morning long. And again, you can mix in whatever you want. You want nuts, you want chocolate chips. My friends, you add that. You add what you like. These are your pancakes. You want to add that little thing of carrot. Doesn't cost you anything. Why not? Put some mashed carrot. Make carrot cake muffins. But these are just going to be your traditional mix with just a little, as I call it, I dish would deed it. That's what I like to say. Yeah. Okay, that looks beautiful. And I always suggest with this mix, let it sit for a few minutes because it seems to thicken a little bit while it sits. And this way, this is when I get my pan ready, get my oven preheated, and this will sit there and it'll just come together a little bit more cohesively. Not that it's not good now, but I mean, look how much this is a serving. I mean, seriously. Let me go let this sit, go grab my muffins. We're gonna have mini muffins today. Of course we are. Since my oven is already on, I'm gonna have my breakfast going. So I'll be right back. You can see how thick that is. Look at that. Yeah, that's really from the pancake mix. So sometimes I know we're such in a rush. I still don't have my voice yet. To get things done, we don't give it the time it needs, but look at that. It looks delicious. So I use a tablespoon and I just put a heaping tablespoon in each silicone liner. Now, I love silicone liners. If you watch my channel, you know I use these all the time. They pay for themselves, and they're not even that expensive. I think you can get a set for under $10. And why? Because you know what? I don't have to scrub my pants to get the cake off there that I should be eating. And it saves on those little paper things that I think never work. Because again, half the batter's on the paper. I want all this batter to be in my tummy because I'm hungry. Now, if you have, I usually get 12, but this looks like it really blew up. So what we can do is, I have a couple plain silicone ones, bigger ones. We'll just put the rest of that in there. Yeah, because it happens. See, the yogurt makes it blow up. The egg makes it blow up. How much fun are these? And kids love these. Kids love little food. And let me tell you something. Seeing a plate full of muffins on your plate is very, you know, you wake up and, oh, I can have a whole, all of these. I think they wind up being 4 points. Actually, I'm going to get more than 12. I'm going to get a bonus big one because of the yogurt. I don't always add the yogurt, but I thought I'd show you guys the yogurt because, I don't know, I think sometimes we don't really think about using stuff like that. Utilize your 0-point list, and that's how I utilize my 0-point list. I'm just going to put, you know, we have to count 12, so everybody's just going to get 1 because we're eating all of these. So 12 chips, or 13 chips, actually there's the extra one, are 0 points. So that's what I do. I put 13. You know, call me crazy, but you know, I am the person who rides the line of the 0-point things. Let's put some buttery cinnamon roll on top. I could just grab my buttery cinnamon roll. Here it is. Again, totally optional. You could just sprinkle, so you don't have to put anything. But since I have this Flavor God buttery cinnamon roll, I'm going to use it. A little bit of extra something on top. That's what it looks like. These will bake for 10 minutes. I'm going to put the rest of my batter in a little extra muffin because it's a bonus. And when we come back, we're going to get the cookies out and then we will show you the muffins. All right, our cookies had to cook 2 extra minutes, so they were 14 minutes for these. Look how good they look. And I will show you the one underneath. These are a softer cookie. It's not a crunchy cookie. It's more like a cake cookie. And in my mind, they're cookies because I think they're cookies because they look like cookies and they do taste really good. Well, we don't know that because we haven't tasted these yet, but I bet the other ones did. We'll let these cool completely, and we're going to put I'm thinking cream cheese glaze because they are carrot cookies. So I'm thinking maybe a cream cheese drizzle, but this isn't going to be your average cream cheese drizzle. So let these cool. My muffins are in the oven. They will bake for about 10 to 11 minutes. So when we come back, of course, you just blink of an eye for you, you will see my breakfast, my protein mini muffins. So these are going to cool. I'm going to put them on a rack. All right, my mini muffins baked for about 11 minutes. Same temperature, 350. I just wanted to show you how easy they come. Is why I love these. Pull it out. I tip it over and I just, you know, kind of pull the top and they pop right out. Look, you see any cake batter on there or batter? No, it's all in here, which means it's all in your tummy. These muffins are 4 smart points for the 3rd cup. If you went to the half cup, like the serving size said, it would be 6 smart points. So quite honestly, this is quite enough breakfast for me. I'm going to pop these bad boys out. I'm going to put a glaze on top. I had to think about what I want to put on. Could we do cream cheese on these too, or should we do a monk fruit? I don't know. I have to get the dog out. And I will let you know. I'll come back and I'll show you how I'm going to glaze them. But right now I have to get Bailey out. If you don't know, my dog had surgery on his ACL. I know, my God, a dog had an ACL tear. I know, how strange is that? But I'm going to get him out, do his business, give him his medicine, and I'm going to leave these bad boys in the oven. They will stay nice and toasty. Look how beautiful. They smell insane. And who wouldn't love these for breakfast? Kids will love them. I mean, they're cute. I even have a bonus muffin. Don't forget, I have a bonus muffin. Because of adding the yogurt, it blew it up. So I have a regular sized bonus muffin to eat. So, yeah. I'm a lucky gal. But you too can make breakfast fun and exciting. Like I said, sometimes you're just tired of pancakes, tired of waffles. Make muffins. It's just same idea, but different shape. And sometimes it makes you feel like you're eating something a little bit different. And who doesn't want a plate full of muffins? I'm not quite sure. I think this is the only way I eat them now. I really don't eat waffles and pancakes too much. I'd rather have a plate full of these to dip, dunk, or glaze. All right, let me go get him out. And we'll come right back. Let's make a glaze for our pancake muffins. I wanted a cream cheese glaze because that's what I was feeling. I don't have cream cheese, but have no fear. That doesn't mean we can't have one. We're just going to kind of create our own cream cheese. Mind you, this is a stretch. It really is. But you know what? We'll see how it works. How big can it be? In my bowl, I have 2 tablespoons of powdered monk fruit. To that, I'm going to add some non-fat Greek yogurt. Remember, you don't have to, all this is going to be 0, so technically I'm winging it. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of the non-fat Greek yogurt. This is the homemade one. That's why it's really nice and thick. It hangs off my nail. Honestly, the more you drain your yogurt, the thicker it becomes. And to me, it's like cream cheese. That's what I do. Anyway, so I'm going to put in a very minuscule amount of this Watkins cream cheese extract flavoring. I don't know what you want to call it. So we're just going to put a itty bitty drop because we don't know how it's going to taste. So I would say about 1/4 teaspoon. And then we're going to put in a little of our milk. I'm just going to start with a tablespoon. That's probably good. And because we can always add more, because I want it to be thick. Again, if you want it thin, then go right ahead. So we're just going to incorporate this into this. Smells really good. I'm a little bit more milk. Now be very, very gentle because this will thin out really, really quickly. Not that I couldn't add more of the other things. There we go. That's exactly the consistency I'm looking for. It's more of a frosting. Now, if you wanted it thinner to just drizzle, and my God, you can do that. But I just want a little bit of a frosting type. So let's dip our finger in and see how we like it. Oh, people, it tastes like cream cheese. Holy crap. I didn't think it was going to taste that good. Oh, I'm a little bit excited. All right, let me grab my muffins and we're going to frost. Alrighty, these have been sitting in my oven waiting for me. They're still nice and hot. So we're just going to grab our offset spatula and we're just going to grab and we're just going to spread a little bit. That's all. You know, or just you just dollop like that. I mean, who doesn't want these for breakfast? This added no points and very little calories, but it actually added protein. So I feel that is a win. Here's our bonus muffin that I got. So we're gonna pop him out. Oh, fabulous. So yeah, not only do I have 12 mini muffins, I have one nice regular size muffin. Look at that. This is breakfast and WW at its finest. Look at that. I don't know about you, but this is how I'm eating today. It's how I eat every day. I don't feel like I'm on a diet plan, weight loss, healthy living plan. I think I'm on this is regular food plan. Now it's getting liquidy because my muffins, like I said, were in the oven and are really, really hot. They probably should have been a little bit more cooler, but you know, it's all gonna be good. This made the perfect amount. I could have done that any better if I tried. So there you have my 4 Smart Point breakfast plate of mini muffins. Holla! Let's have a taste, shall we? Let's bring you up here. I'm still half asleep, but look at that. These are good. The batter is so creamy from that extra yogurt inside. winner, winner. Change up your mix breakfast. That's what you do. That's how you stay on plan. That's how you stay engaged. That's how you stay focused, because you're eating food like this that's different, exciting, and delicious. Doesn't get any better than that. So thank you for joining me today on this little journey of what do I do with, I don't know where the box went, my Kodiak pancake mix. You saw me make cookies. You saw me make breakfast. 4 smart points for this whole plate. 4. Jelly. Would you like one? Look at that. I know. And I will give you the points for the cookies. So let me, I didn't give you the points for the cookies. I don't know them. So let me go figure those out before we end this video. It is early in the morning. You have to forgive me. I'm not awake yet, but I'll come right back with the points for the cookies. And maybe we'll try one. Because, yeah, I don't know how they taste. They're still cool. And we didn't glaze those. Dee, you're ending the video without finishing the cookies. I'm sorry. I need more caffeine. I'll be right back. I decided, I think I might have mentioned, I'm going to make a glaze for these. A cream cheese, or I should say mock cream cheese glaze, because there's really no cream cheese in it. But we're going to create some cream cheese. Now I have here 1/2 cup of the powdered monk fruit blend. Again, I'm using up a one I really didn't care for, because I really didn't care for it. So if you see this one, I wouldn't buy it. I didn't like it. Quite honestly, didn't like it. But I'm using it up. So to that, I'm going to add some of my homemade non-fat Greek yogurt that I made in my Instant Pot. It is like thick as can be. So I'm just going to put a couple heaping tablespoons of that. And this is what's going to give us the cream cheese flavor. This Watkins, they called it extract, but it says flavoring on the outside. So about 1/2 teaspoon. And let me tell you something, I've used this already. It really tastes like cream cheese. And just a little bit of milk. Just a little less than a tablespoon. I always add more. Depends on how thick or thin you want your glaze. Now these are cookies. I might want a little bit, I don't know. Do I want it thick? Do I want it thin? It's, you know, it's all up to you. A little bit more milk. Now you could use regular cream cheese. Absolutely. Might add a point or so. I don't know, because I'm not using it. I don't actually have any right now. That's why I had to come up with this. And if you didn't see, I have a whole video on extracts I will link. That's kind of helpful in a way. Just kind of makes you change up things with this. A simple extract that most times you don't even have to make points for. Alrighty, there you go. I think this is the perfect consistency of what I'm looking for. So let me grab the cookies. Here are cookies, completely cool. Look how beautiful they are. Nice golden at the bottom. Again, are they a traditional cookie? No, you're not going to hear me say, oh, these are just like cookies. No, they're not. But you know what? I think they hit the spot. For me, they do anyway. And it's a good for you snack that you don't have to feel guilty about, because there's protein. Give it to your kids. Don't feel guilty about that either. Now these cookies come out to 1 smart point each on the blue and purple plan. I didn't figure the points for the green, but if you're a greenies, put in your recipe builder and you can find out. Maybe I'll go look it up. Yeah, I can put that in the when I have the written recipe in the blog, I will have the points for the green. I could just swap over. But 1 for 1, 2 for 2, and 3 for 3. I like when things come out like that. I like a nice even point. I don't like when the Weight Watchers math comes into effect and, yeah, 1 for 1, 2 for 3. Yeah, that bugs me. That bugs me. Just saying. Again, you don't have to be perfect. You just dollop a little on top. Look at that. I mean, who would want to have that for a snack? Cup of tea, cup of coffee, cup of cashew milk, whatever your fancy is. You know, I don't judge. This is the judgment-free channel. There we go. I'm just going to spread the rest of it out. So there you have it. protein cookies done by the D-Meister. These are what I call carrot cake cashew cookies. Protein cookies. I could sprinkle some, you know, more of the flavor, but I'm not going to. I think it's fine. I don't want to. Sometimes less is better, quite honestly. And again, you don't have to glaze these. I don't know. I didn't glaze the other ones, so I thought it'd be fun to glaze. But again, you don't have to. They'd be really good plain. Just getting the rest of this glaze going here. So, I know you're waiting for the taste test, so Dee will not disappoint. Let's bring it up. And she left the cabinet open. Yeah. It's a hot mess here today, I won't lie. It's a hot mess. Let's grab a little one. So there you have it. Curry, spicy. Like I said, if you want the texture, put some shredded carrots. I would cook them first. Pineapple would be good in here. Raisins would be good in here. Pineapple would add points. Raisins, depending on how many you use. Like, you could soak them and then just put a couple in each one. Maybe then it would be 0. But I think it works. I like it. It's a way to use up mix that you're really not quite fond of. My family has been digging these cookies. I just made a batch of the chocolate peanut butter ones. I used up the rest of the peanut butter pancake mix. Now I have to go out and buy it because they love them. That wasn't the idea. The idea was to get rid of it. Now I have to buy it. But that's what you do. You know, I have Premier Protein that I don't like. I think it was peach. I threw it in my pancake mix. So I made peach pancakes or waffles. Yeah, I'm frugal. I don't like to throw things out. I like to repurpose them because sometimes the way it's intended to be made is not something you're going to like. But figure a way to sub it out, like for a milk or a liquid. You never know what you're going to have. You got to get in your kitchen and you got to get your hands dirty to be I feel to be successful. I really do. Most of your successful people are people that are cooking their own food. Light bulb. Yeah, I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. Definitely takes work, thought, and preparation, but you too can do it. Hey, if I can do it, you can do it. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little what I do with this leftover Kodiak mix video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you've done with your Kodiak mix that you didn't like, because a lot of people don't buy it. And I mean, it's definitely more earthy than your traditional pancake mix, but I've gotten used to it, so it doesn't really bother me. But like I said, adding the egg and the milk, cashew milk or almond milk unsweetened, totally amps up it makes it denser. And like now I like throwing a little bit of yogurt in there. Those muffins were so moist and creamy. Like they were just, in fact, I didn't even finish them. I still have the big one and 3 little ones. So I'm shaving off a point. I didn't eat them all. So that's a 3-point breakfast for me. But yeah, I was full. That's crazy. But, yep, I'm done. I'm out of here. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And if you know somebody that has mix they don't like and they're complaining about it, share this video and say, hey, this wackadoodle's doing fun stuff with Kodiak mix. Never know. Rather use it than throw it away. Have a great day, and we will dish another day.